Good morning. In today's video we'll discuss about differences between connected and unconnected, connected versus unconnected transformations. It's not like all transformations can be used in both ways, only few of them. Some of the transformations objects can be used, some of the transformation objects can be used as connected transformations, connected transformation objects, unconnected transformation objects. So what is a connected transformation means? If a transformation object is participated in a physical mapping, if a transformation object is participated in a physical mapping with the help of links, then it is called as connected transformation object. Connected transformation object. What is unconnected? If your transformation object is not participated in a physical mapping, if transformation object is not participated in a physical mapping with the help of links, then it is called as unconnected transformation object. That means transformation object if transformation object have any links, then it isn't connected. Transformation object having links, that links may be an input type, may be an output links. So at least one input link or at least one output link if you are having, that is a connected. If transformation object having links, any type of link it may be, whenever it is having a link, that is unconnected. Unconnected means the transformation object doesn't have any links. Transformation doesn't have any links. It doesn't have any links. But if the transformation doesn't have the links, then how can you pass the data? How can you access the business activity from that connected transformation, unconnected transformation? Means we have to call that as a function. So here, to access the business activity, we will link the object, but here in unconnected, because we are saying it doesn't have any links, then how do you access it? To access the business activity, we need to refer it as a function. We need to call unconnected, we need to treat unconnected transformation as a function. We need to treat unconnected transformation object as a function, as a function. That means you have to call as a function, that is access unconnected transformation as a function, because it doesn't have any links, so you try to call it as a function. So like just like you are calling a built-in function from the library. But how many port values you can return means, whenever you say a function can have only one return value at a time. Means only one port value can return. As we are using unconnected transformation as a function, it can return only one value at a time. It can return only one port value. It can return only one port value at a time, as we are using unconnected transformation object as a function. But when you come to connected, it can return multiple port values. It can return multiple port values. Why? Means because we are directly having the links. As we are linking the ports as we are linking the ports. Next, so what is an advantage of unconnected? As we are not linking, we are defining one object somewhere and you are calling to other place. Because of that, we are having a facility called as reusability. It provides reusability. It provides a reusability. Whereas connected, if you take it up, it is unconnected. It doesn't have any no reusability. So it will not support to reuse that same object again and again. So wherever you need reusability with only one port value, in such cases go for unconnected. So wherever you need, it doesn't need reusability, then no need of unconnected. Wherever you need a reusability cases, only in such cases go for unconnected. But check it out first of all how many values it should return. So based on that you have to define this. Now for example, I am trying to define some mapping in this way. I am having a source table, maybe it is an S1, maybe I am having a source qualifier, I am having a source qualifier. After that I am having some transformation objects. Some transformation object I am having. Again I am having one more transformation object. And then I am having the target. So my target table is, for example, T1. Something like this we are designing it. So from first to second object source qualifier, we have some sort of links. Say from source qualifier to transformation 1, something like this. Some objects are connected in this format. Now here the source qualifier, transformation 1, transformation 2, these three things are called, like S1 is a source, T1 is a target, but in between what are the three objects are there? All these three are transformation objects. But these transformation objects are connected one and another. So these are called as connected transformations. So what are the objects here in source qualifier, transformation 1, transformation 2, all these three are called as connected transformations. The same logic, instead of developing for two like what are the sales calculations, maybe you say, or maybe service tax calculation, anything. So you are designing under this particular TR1 and TR2. So these are called as connected transformations. Now for example, I'll assume within the same mapping, I am trying to define one more pipeline. So here I am having a source called as an S2, and this is communicating with something called as a source qualifier, and this one here we are having something called as a transformation 1. Maybe I am having something called as a transformation 2, and maybe I am having a target table called as in T2. And even these objects are communicating one another. So maybe I'll say that the first one is belonging to, for example, purchase activity. It is belong to the purchase activity, for example, and this one is, for example, sales activity, for example. Now in the transformation 1 as well as in the transformation 2, for example, we have defined similar type of logic. So the transformation 1, in both this purchase and sales, we have defined same type of logic. So TR1 belonging to purchase and sales are having service tax or tax calculations. Tax calculations form logic. So we are defining tax calculation logic in TR1 for sales as well as purchase with the same type of formulas. That means the formulas you are repeating again and again. Because of that, the developer has to spend more time to do this coding. Next, it occupies more space because 2 times the same code is present. 2 times that code is present, so it occupies more space. So to avoid this type of thing, if you go with an option called as an unconnected transformation, then it simplifies the activity. So right now here source qualifier, what are the source qualifiers you are having? All these source qualifier, TR1, TR2, all these things are called as connected transformations. Now the same activity what I am trying to do is in the unconnected form, we will try to define it. So I am trying to take TR1, I am trying to take a TR1 transformation. Within this transformation itself, I'll try to define the tax calculations. So here I'm trying to define tax calculations. Tax calculations logic. In this object I defined it. Now this one I thought that I want to use in the purchase activity. I want to use in purchase. So how I am defining this purchase means I am having something called as source, called as an S1, and we are having something called as a source qualifier, and next instead of TR1 maybe I'll go with directly with the TR2. Directly I'm going with the TR2, and maybe I'm going with the target table with the name called as in T1. So what are the business logic present TR1? I'll access into TR2. I'll access that into TR2. So like this we have defined it. Similarly, for sales also we are defining it. It's in sales activity. Even here we are having a source qualifier, source qualifier and all these things. Only thing is tables are S2 and T2. Source 2 we are having, source qualifier 2 and target 2 is there. Now TR1 is required in the purchase, tax calculation is required in the purchase as well as sales. What I'll do, virtually I will link it up. So direct link is not there, but virtually we'll access this value into the TR2. So you are developing only one time, but you are calling into two places of purchase as well as the sales. So the development part is reduced and occupies lesser space, and as you are developing only one time and you are using for multiple time, the cost will reduce because it is development is for only one time. So entire thing is one mapping. So it is maybe my mapping like M underscore business, some name. So this is M underscore business. So what are the transformations we are used in this case? So these are called as connected transformations. And TR1 on top, what you are having, this is unconnected transformation because it is not connected anywhere. it is unconnected. So if you need reusability, go for unconnected, but the two restrictions are there. If you need only one column value, then only unconnected transformation is suitable. If you want to have multiple column values, means then you should not go for with unconnected, you go with reusability. That is go with the connected transformation if it doesn't need any reusability. Means wherever you want to reuse the code, then create as a unconnected transformation, but it assigns some limitation that it can return only one value at a time. So it is about a transformation, so like connected versus unconnected transformations.